Alright, episode 12, let's get Soothsayer on our system. So, of course, you need to install something here, Soothsayer in particular. So let's get rid of some of these windows I have opened here. So the Soothsayer homepage, and that is of course linked in the file, which is linked in the description of this video. So you go to this link over here, which is the GitHub page of Soothsayer, and there's a wiki where you can go to releases, or there is also, is it here? No. Actually, just go to the wiki, but I think the link leads you directly to either here or to the home page or to the download page. So you go to application setup in the wiki, you go to releases, and then you land here. So I think the link I have in the document links directly here. Assuming you are using Windows, you download the Soothsayer setup exe. If you're not using a Windows, then you have to figure out how to actually install this thing on your machine. I think there is information about that on the wiki, but on Windows this is the easiest. You just download this, open it, and it will give you a warning that this is not from a certified Windows developer or something like that. You click on more information, and then you can continue the installation. It will ask you where you want to install your Soothsayer, and this is actually important. So this is something you have to think about, because you want to install this program on the same disk on which you are planning to have all your streaming resources. Alright, so what do I mean by that? If you look here, I have I grabbed this from my disk D, where I have like a personal folder, a streaming folder, and in the streaming folder, showing you this really quick here. In the streaming folder, I have, for example, different themes. I have more resources, other resources, maps, match-specific resources. I have like a little bit of a playground where I create my own videos, stuff like that. There's like my scene backups from OBS. So everything related to streaming is in here, and this is why I installed Soothsayer into here. I could have installed it in theory everywhere, but if I install it on my main disk, for example, on C, then I would run into trouble later on, because I would then have to have some of the other things we're going to talk about also on C. And I want to have everything in one place. So think a little bit about where you will actually store all your files for streaming. It's totally fine to put Soothsayer and install it on an HDD or an SSD. It doesn't really matter. Soothsayer is not that demanding on your system. You can easily install it on an HDD. Okay, so make sure that you install Soothsayer in a location where you want to have all your other things as well. And then, if everything goes okay, you can start it up, and it will look something like that. Okay, so if you start Soothsayer, it looks something like that. The next thing we have to do is we have to download a theme. If we are not having a theme, things will look very ugly. I'll show you how this would look like if we have a default theme over here. You see, first of all, things are not looking as nice as before. There's a lot of stuff missing, and some of these things look completely not okay. So let me show you this one, for example. You see, it's a little bit hard to see, but whereas you see this little piece of text up here, this is the current overlay of OBS, right? Of Soothsayer. So this is obviously not what you want. So without a theme, some of these overlays just completely break because there is nothing there to be displayed. So you're gonna need a theme. And the first theme we install is Caster Love. So that was developed by a friend of a person who did Soothsayer. I have shoutouts, all of that in my notes. Make sure to be nice to them. You can buy them a coffee. So Philanthropy did Soothsayer, and let me Crow did Cast a Love. Okay, so how do you get a theme? First of all, you need to select a folder into which you want to save your themes. And again, this folder needs to be on the same disk as Soothsayer has been installed. So for me, that is in my streaming, I just created a new folder, themes, and that is the folder I select here. Okay, and then once you did that, you can download a theme. So you go here and you put in the link from my document, which is this one. Put in that one, and if you have an older camera like me, you might also want to do this link as well. So you just hit download. So what it will do, it will grab the zip file from this link and unpack it into your folder here. So that looks like, once that is done, it looks something like this. So here's my streaming folder. Here is my streaming folder, and here's the themes folder, and this is the Cast a Love theme, and this is the Cast a Love SD theme, which had been unpacked into here. So this is how it will look like for you. There's also the NGS theme, on which I will touch on in a second. Okay, so now you have downloaded it. You can scan for themes, which is just looking into this folder and grabbing all the different themes which are available. And then you should have in this drop-down menu the Cast a Love theme by Crow, or the Cast a Love SD version 1.4.2 by Crow. I'm going to use the SD theme because I have an old webcam. And then you hit set, and you see immediately things change here in the background in OBS. Our previous thing, which was just a little bit of text over here in the top right corner, now is a proper overlay. Alright, we still see the background image here, and if you like that, you can keep it, but this is not important, of course, right now. Alright, so this is how you install Soothsayer and how you install your first theme. There are more themes available. I put them all I could track down, I put them in the document. So there is the Cast a Love, the Cast a Love SD, there is a Heroes Launch theme, a Nexus Gaming Series theme, and a Nexus Gaming Storm Division theme. So in total that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you will only need 4 of these, because you either have an old camera or you don't have an old camera. So it's gonna be the SD theme or not. Alright, so with that out of the way, now in the next episode let's start making some scenes.